Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lacy. So today we are doing another episode of Battle of the Bases, and today we have two cult favorites. We have the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas base and the PLouise Base. I don't know what this is exactly called. I know that everybody has been using this so much lately that it's like hard to find any videos of that somebody is not using this or this, honestly. So these are like the most commonly used as of this moment in time, so I really wanted to try these. And also I will mention in this video there has been some controversy with the PLouise period, so people are canceling her, and I kind of wanted to test this base out before she's completely canceled, so that's another reason why I'm doing these two, and because I've heard that these are very similar. So if you guys have not seen any of my other episodes of Battle of the Bases, I will give you a rundown of what this series is about. Basically, I test out different eyeshadow bases, whether it be concealer, primer bases, etc. Anything and everything that people like to set their eyes with before going in with eyeshadow. Each episode I put two different bases up against each other. So far there has been 3 episodes. There is a playlist iCard up here, and each episode I will pick a winner based off of obviously coverage, blendability, how eyeshadows apply on top, etc. Everything you want a base to be, and I pick a winner each time, and that winner will move on to the next round to go up against another base. So if that sounds like something you're interested, please stick around. So make sure if you are new here, you go ahead and take a moment to subscribe, and also hit that little bell next to it so that way you're informed every single time I upload a new video. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump on into this video. So today we're going to be comparing these two. I know I said I was going to do concealers and stuff, and I will eventually, but I was actually going to do a concealer this time. But there's some controversy going on with the PLouise base right now, or just PLouise in general, so people are canceling her. So I kind of want to get this video up right now. And also, I have a hoodie on, which is inconvenient, and it's black for makeup, but the reason this video is late is because it is freezing in my house. Our heat has been out for, what, 4 days? 4 days now. And it's unbelievably cold. It's hard to sit in this basement for more than like a half hour without just feeling like your toes are gonna fall off. So I'm sorry for the late video, the late post. Anyways, so like I said, this is the PLouise base, and I have the shade Rumor 0.5. I've got a light shade because, well, I'm very fair complected, and I just thought that the Rumor 2 would be like pretty much my skin tone, and I like my bases to be very, very light. So I wanted to do these two especially together because they're very similar in formula. Obviously this is a like tube where you squeeze it out, and this one has a applicator like wand. So if you guys want to see this up against the MAC paint pot, make sure you guys click the iCard that comes up right here, because obviously this was the winner of the last episode of Battle of the Bases. Anyways, this retails for, I think it's $10, but that is UK, that is in euros. So basically I paid, after shipping, roughly about $30, and I have used this and I do quite enjoy it. But as well as this is a cheaper alternative. It is $9. I picked mine up at Ulta. You can also get it at Makeup Revolution's website. So I got this one in the shade Illustrate, which is fair. I'm pretty sure there's 4 shades. I think there's white, this one, a tan color, and then a deep color. Like I said, $9, $30, you decide. But today I'm going to do the PLouise Base on this side and the Makeup Revolution one on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and apply these. So with the PLouise Base, I just take one of these little like things from a eyeshadow palette and I just put a little bit on it. And with this stuff, like a little goes a long way. I always use way too much. I always get way too much out and then I just kind of like smush them between two of the little things so it keeps the product creamy. And then with this one, I just take it out, and this is supposed to be a brush. I don't per se use the brush because I don't really care for it, but it does what it needs to do. I do prefer a brush applicator if it is just for myself, but sanitary reasons, if I were to use one on other people, I would go for this, only because it's more sanitary. But since I just use this on myself, I just put the one straight on my eye. And I'm going to take this BH Cosmetics 102 brush and pat that in. I like to take mine all the way up to my brow bone, kind of onto my nose and in my inner corner, and as well as clear out to almost my temple, depending on the eyeshadow look that I'm going to do. I'm just going to wipe this brush off on the back of my hand real good. And then I'm going to dip into the PLouise Base. And a little bit of this seriously goes a long way. Okay, so as you can see, they're pretty much both about the same amount of coverage. I think the PLouise one is just a tiny bit more full coverage, but I mean they both do look almost identical. The PLouise one though, it dries down much quicker and much better than the Makeup Revolution one. So depending on how you like your bases and if you like to set your bases, which you don't need to set either of these, will honestly kind of determine what you like. I'm gonna jump into this look and I'm going to use my Colored Rain Vivid Pigments bundle, and I'm gonna first start with this red shade right here, which is called Sauce, and I'm just gonna take a clean M507 brush and I'm gonna start by packing that into my crease. And then once I have placed that where I want it, I'm going to just lightly blend the edges with the leftover product. I'm not dipping back in, and I'm barely touching my skin. Going in circular motions. So I'm going to wipe my brush off using my Color Switch by Juno & Co. And I'm just going right back in to that Sauce shade. And this is creasing slightly, but that's to be expected. So I'm just going to take my sponge and dab that out. And I'm just going to do the same exact thing on this side. Go ahead and blend that out. Okay, now that you have that placed and blended out, I'm going to go into my Everything You Need palette from Beauty Bay, and I'm going to take this shade right here, which is called Just Peachy, and I'm going to mix it with this color right here, which is called Nothing Else, on this JH40 brush. And I'm just going to blend that over the edges of the red. So I cleaned off my brush and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to this eye. I'm gonna take a finger and just grab it into a eyeshadow. I'm gonna take a clean M506 and I'm gonna go into the shade which is called Heat Wave right here. I'm gonna place that in between the red and the transition shade. Those two shades we mixed together. So if you guys notice, like, this eye just looks a lot messier. Like, the shadow blends out into nothing more so than it does on this eye. Like, it's more vibrant, more red. I'm gonna go ahead and add that shade to this eye. So I'm gonna go back in to the Everything You Need palette and I'm going to take this shade right here which is called Head Over Heels and mix it with a tiny bit of this black shade which is called Explicit, and I'm going to do that on a M562 brush and I'm going to place that in my initial crease. Okay, so I've been blending forever and it does not look that blended for some reason. I don't understand why, because in person it looks way more blended, but on camera in my monitor it looks horrible. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other eye because if not I'll be here all night. Alright, so I hate the way this looks. I absolutely hate it. Both sides look horrible. I don't care for either of them. I usually do not have this much trouble blending black, but I don't know if it's like the red or what, but I think both of these eyes just look atrocious. So we're just gonna move on, and I was gonna do a halo eye because it's been a while since I did one, but because I want to cover up as much of this as possible, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a cut crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. So I'm gonna go into my Juvia's Place Saharan 2 palette and I'm gonna take this shade and it's Marrakesh. I don't know, I'll leave the name on the screen, and I'm going to just put that where I cut my crease. Going with this shade because it's more of a orangey shimmer and I absolutely love this shade. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face off camera, and then I will be back to discuss the pros and the cons of each and which one is the winner. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I just kind of threw some mascara and some I kind of just threw some mascara and some eyeliner on, some lipstick, you know, basics. I didn't do lashes because, like I said, I am not by any means in love with this look. I don't think it looks horrible. I think the choice of cutting the crease was a better choice than sticking with the halo eye like I was originally gonna do. I'm not mad at it. I think it could be a hell of a lot better. Nothing's even. I'm really not that concerned about it though, because I'm literally just gonna take this right back off. So let's talk about the bases. So once again, this is the PLouise side and this is the Makeup Revolution side. I honestly can say that these two have probably been by far the closest. I don't really think I had an issue with either side more so than the other. I had an issue blending this side a little bit more than I did with this side. I don't know if that was because of the base. I have an issue with blending this side better than this side. Like if you ever look at my Instagram, when I do one eye looks, it's usually this eye because it always just turns out better because I am right-handed. But honestly, I can't say that there's like really any cons about these. In my last episode of Battle of the Bases, I chose this one as the clear winner, but I think this time I'm gonna have to call it a tie because I really can't sit and pinpoint a whole lot of bad about either of these. I think the Makeup Revolution one could dry down just a hair more. Honestly, that's probably the only con I'm seeing right now. I think that this is a very good dupe for this if you are looking for something other than the PLouise Base that comes close to it, because I know that this is like a cult favorite for people, especially here recently. It has become very widespread and everybody has been loving this base, but I've also heard a lot of good about this base so far too, and I really don't have nothing bad to say about either of them. I have been using them both non-stop. I really haven't even used the Urban Decay or the MAC one recently. If you guys want to see those two in the episode of Battle of the Bases that I used them and what they were up against, I will leave iCards throughout the video. Also, I will leave everything down in the description box. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, and also if you are enjoying this series, make sure you guys go and like all those videos and let me know, because it doesn't seem to be getting a lot of views or a lot of people seem to be interested. I don't know, maybe it's just the products that I'm choosing, but make sure you guys also comment down below which ones, which bases, concealers, primers, anything of that sort that you guys like to use on your eyes as a base. Make sure you guys go ahead and comment down below and let me know which ones you guys would like to see me try. So since there is a tiebreaker with this one, I think I'm just gonna kind of randomly put these ones up against other ones. I may just pick like two concealers next time, or just do two totally different ones, and then at the end maybe try these two against something else, or I don't know, we'll figure it out as we go. I'm kind of just winging this. So anyways, like I said, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now. It would be much appreciated. And that's all I have for you guys today, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye!